A leg lock is a joint lock that is directed at joints of the leg such as the ankle, knee or hip joint. A leg lock which is directed at joints in the foot is sometimes referred to as a foot lock, and a lock at the hip as a hip lock. Leg locks are featured, with various levels of restrictions, in combat sports and martial arts such as Sambo, Brazilian Jiu-jitsu, catch wrestling, mixed martial arts, shootwrestling and submission wrestling, but are banned in some sports featuring joint locks such as judo. As with other joint locks, leg locks are more effective with full body leverage. Some attack the large joints of the knee or hip and involve utilizing leverage to counteract the larger muscle groups, while others directly attack ligaments in the knee or the smaller joint of the ankle. Leg locks can involve control positions such as the inside leg triangle or leg knot to maintain control while applying the attack or transitioning between two attacks, though they and some other control positions are banned in Brazilian Jiu-jitsu competition. Some other leg lock control positions have been adopted into modern BJJ and submission grappling competitions as guards such as the snake guard, one-legged X guard, and 50/50 guard, where they are used for both leg locks and to reverse into dominant positions from the bottom. In training or sparring, leg locks are applied in a slow and controlled manner, and are often not hyperextended such as in the case of the comparatively dangerous heel hook. Instead, submission is signaled before the lock is fully applied. In self-defense application, or when applied improperly or with excessive force, leg locks can cause muscle, tendon and ligament damage, even dislocation or bone fractures. Some examples of the many types of leg locks are found below. Knabar. A knabar is a leg lock that can hyperextend the knee. The basic knabar technique is similar to that of an armor. The practitioner will trap the opponent's leg in between their legs and secure the leg with their arms so the opponent's kneecap points towards the body. The practitioner then applies pressure with their hips, forcing the opponent's leg to straighten, hyperextending the knee joint. A variation of the knabar is similarly accomplished, but instead of holding the leg with the hands, the practitioner will trap the opponent's foot behind one armpit. The practitioner will then apply pressure using their upper body as well and their hips, yielding a greater amount of force applied to the knee, therefore rendering the lock much more difficult to escape before tissue or ligament damage occurs. Ankle lock. An ankle lock is a leg lock that is applied to any of the joints in the ankle, typically by hyperextending the talocrural joint through plantar hyperflexion. Ankle locks are often applied in a manner which simultaneously causes a compression lock to the Achilles tendon, and sometimes also to the calf muscle. Straight ankle lock equals. The straight ankle lock is what is usually thought of as an ankle lock. It is typically performed using the legs to isolate one of the opponent's legs, and placing the opponent's foot in the armpit, while holding the foot with the forearm at the lower part of the opponent's calf, usually at the Achilles tendon. By leveraging the hips forward, the foot becomes forcefully plantar flexed, hence creating a potent joint lock on the ankle. The forearm serves as a fulcrum in the leveraging, and may cause severe pressure on the Achilles tendon, especially when the bony parts of the forearm are used. Such a straight ankle lock is sometimes referred to as an Achilles lock. Toe hold equals. A toe hold involves using the hands to hyperextend and or hyperrotate the ankle, typically by grabbing the foot near the toes, and twisting or pushing the foot while controlling the opponent's leg. A common type of toe hold is the figure 4 toe hold, where a figure 4 hold is used to hold the opponent's foot. This type of toe hold is performed by holding the foot by the toes with one hand, and putting the other hand under the opponent's Achilles tendon, and grabbing the wrist. By controlling the opponent's body, and using the hands to plantar flex the foot either straight or slightly sideways, hence putting considerable torque on the ankle. The toe hold can also be applied in a similar position as an ankle lock. Heel hook. A heel hook is a leg lock affecting multiple joints, and is applied by transversely twisting the foot either medially or laterally. The torsional force puts severe torque on the ankle, which in turn transfers torque to the knee. There are several variations of heel hooks, with the most typical being performed by placing the legs around a leg of an opponent, and holding the opponent's foot in the armpit on the same side. The legs are used to control the movement of the opponent's body while the opponent's foot is twisted by holding the heel with the forearm, and using the whole body to generate a twisting motion, hence creating severe medial torque on the ankle. A similar heel hook can be performed by holding the opponent's foot in the opposite armpit, and twisting it laterally. A move which is referred to as an inverted, reverse or inside heel hook. The heel hook is generally considered to be a very dangerous leg lock, with a high rate of injury, especially to ligaments in the knee. It is banned, except in advanced competition, in many combat sports featuring other leg locks such as Brazilian Jiu-jitsu and Sambo. Where it is allowed, holding it for too long is considered a serious infraction. For example, the Ultimate Fighting Championship released welterweight Rousimar Poires after he failed to release a heel hook on Mike Pierce even after Pierce tapped out. Calf crush. A calf crush or calf slicer, known in judo as Heiser Hishji, is a technique wherein one compresses their opponent's leg while placing one's forearm or shin behind the knee to crush the calf muscle while potentially separating the knee joint. As with bicep slicers, there is a common misconception that this technique causes only pain. Calf locks can cause very serious injuries to the knee as well as damaging the calf muscle, and caution should be a priority when finishing the lock. See also, for leg locks involving a separating motion of the knee, see leg slicer. Arm lock, small joint manipulation, spinal lock, wrist lock, compression lock. References. Main references Other references External links Knee bar instructions knee bar. Basic knee bar. Foot pull knee bar. Knee bar from the half guard position. Knee bar leg lock Q&A information about common problems in performing knee bars. Rolling knee bar from tie up. Ankle lock instructions Achilles lock. Basic straight ankle lock. Quasimodo shin lock. An ankle lock that can be performed from the top in the guard. Figure 4 toe hold. Basic toe hold. Knee crush toe hold. A toe hold from the top in the guard, Tyron Glover's toe hold. Heel hook instructions clinch to inside trip to heel hook versus punching. Basic heel hook. Bicep grip heel hook. Variation of the grip in the heel hook. Basic inverted heel hook. Ankle pick to heel hook. Another inverted heel hook. Heel hook from your opponent's guard heel hook using the legs.